Now at 6, the Wisconsin River water levels continue to rise. Community members in Sauk and Columbia County are preparing for what could be historic flooding. And in Madison, people are starting Earth Week celebrations early with a cleanup of one of the city's prominent waterways.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 6.
Thanks for watching News 3 Now at 6. I'm Amanda Quintana. The Wisconsin River in Portage is reaching historically severe flooding levels, and some Columbia County residents are being told to evacuate their homes. Adam Dexter is in Portage along the Wisconsin River, where crews set up a temporary levee earlier today. Adam?
Well, Amanda, simply put, the river is in the major flooding stages right now, which means it's a little bit deeper than 19 feet. In fact, at the latest estimate, 19.4 feet, which led city leaders here earlier today to install this temporary sand levee. And the whole purpose of that is to keep the folks that live over here in these neighborhoods safe. Now, the Department of Natural Resources has been out here all day long monitoring the flooding levels, and they've encouraged some of the folks here in Columbia County to evacuate. Others that we spoke with, though, are sticking it out. They say the people that have lived here in this neighborhood have seen this before, but one resident I spoke with earlier today says she was happy to see this temporary sand berm put in.
This is the first time in 45 years, and I'm impressed. I went over and I says, hey, good job. It's taken you 45 years to figure out what to do that you did 45 years ago, but you didn't in between. And I'm hoping that this will help.
Now, the latest look for the flood projections have actually decreased a little bit. Right now, the DNR is projecting the maximum flooding to reach a point of about 20.1 feet, which is shy of the record here along the Wisconsin River in Portage. But still, they're recommending, if you don't have any reason to go here, not to go here. And still, they're trying to get a lot of folks in Columbia County today to evacuate. We'll continue to monitor this tonight at 10.
All right, thank you so much, Adam. In advance of the flood waters, about 30 households along the Wisconsin River near Baraboo and Lake Delton in Sauk County are being asked to evacuate. Our Madeline O'Neill shows us how residents and volunteers are preparing.
Officials are constantly measuring levels of the Wisconsin River here already, referring to this as a historic flood.
Well, I've seen flooding before, but not as bad as we have this year, and it hurts a lot of people.
As water flows downstream from the north.
I went through Wisconsin Rapids, and that's really bad.
Gene Thomas moves along with it.
All right, you got to help out. I worked all my life, 55 years. I don't want to sit home and watch TV. I want to get out and be active, keep moving.
He came here to Baraboo.
Yeah.
All the way from his home in Wausau.
Well, a little over 100 miles. It's nothing hard.
To answer the call for sandbagging volunteers.
When you volunteer, you volunteer.
For Gene, the reason is simple.
Yeah, well, there's people that need the sandbags. And if people don't start filling them, we can't distribute them, and it's going to be hard for the people that actually need them.
He's another set of helping hands.
The more we get, the better it is.
Because as water levels rise, so does the stress of homeowners.
Our hearts really go out to the residents that have to deal with this, not just once, but it seems like it's happening a lot more frequently here. And I can't even imagine being in their shoes.
All right.
Try to do what we can.
Sauk County Emergency Management Director Jeff Jelinek says residents who live in certain areas along the Wisconsin River, including Indian Trails near Lake Delton and here along Levee Road in Baraboo, should find another place to stay.
I mean, we're not going to make things up. If we're telling you it's not safe to be in an area, it truly is not safe.
Part of Levee Road is already closed. The concern is emergency vehicles couldn't get here as the Wisconsin River rises to near record levels.
Getting to 20 feet, I've been here since 2007, and we've only gone to 20 feet one time, and that was back in 2010.
Okay.
For Gene, that's another reason to keep moving.
Yes, sir. I feel good about it. I do, because it's helping people. That's part of life.
The Wisconsin River is just getting higher, expected to crest sometime tomorrow. Reporting in Columbia and Sauk counties, Madeline O'Neill, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Maddie. Sauk County emergency officials recommend signing up for Nixle by texting their zip code to 288-8777 to get the latest updates. Let's get a look at your first alert weather. Meteorologist Dave Caulfield is out on the patio. At least we had a dry day today, right, Dave?
Yeah, that really helps not exacerbating that flooding situation, at least from a rainfall standpoint. We'll have to watch Monday's forecast very closely because we could be dealing with some showers and thunderstorms, especially later on Monday into portions of Tuesday. Hopefully we can avoid the heavy rain because not only do we have major flooding in portions of Sauk County and the Wisconsin River, but the Mississippi River closer to Grant County and Prairie du Chien also undergoing some pretty major flooding at the present time. So if we can avoid adding to that in any way, we definitely want that scenario to unfold. Live look in Madison at the beautiful skies still in place on the WISC-TV Skycam. Hard to get much better of a day than today with highs in the upper 60s and lower 70s right now. We're getting our kicks on Route 66 and that dew point of 19 degrees. That just shows you how comfortable this air is. Very dry air and that wind not a problem today. Temperatures are still in the upper 60s and lower 70s across the area. That's about 10 degrees warmer than we were at this time on Friday. Wind speeds haven't been a problem today at about 8 to 15 miles per hour. So they really didn't affect our forecast at all. It was just a beautiful day. And tomorrow will be even better, if you can believe it, at least in the temperature department. But for the next couple of hours, we'll see those temperatures decrease through the 60s and 50s into the upper 40s by later on tonight with clear skies. We'll talk about a glorious Easter forecast on the way, plus what to expect with the rain chances on Monday and Tuesday in your first alert forecast.
Thank you, Dave. More local news now. Madison police say a man is in critical condition following a shooting early this morning near James Madison Park. Around 2:15 this morning, officers responded to a report of a shooting inside an apartment building on the 600 block of East Johnson Street. Police say everyone involved in the incident knew each other and the public is not in danger. So far, police haven't made any arrests. The search has ended for a man Madison police say pointed a gun at another driver while on the Beltline. It happened on the eastbound side of the Beltline near Mineral Point Road around 8 o'clock last night. Officers say the 24-year-old man was speeding when he pulled up next to the driver of another car and pointed a handgun at them. He exited while the other driver stayed on the Beltline and called police. Officers were able to identify the man and arrest him on a felony charge of second-degree reckless endangerment. He's been held in the Dane County Jail. Around the state today, the anticipated impact of the 2020 Democratic National Convention has been getting all the headlines, but there's another big event next year that could match the economic impact of the DNC, the Ryder Cup. Merchandise for the major golf tournament is already for sale in the clubhouse of Whistling Straits. Experts estimate the tournament could bring in nearly $135 million to the Milwaukee area. Major money will also be spread throughout the I-43 corridor, with many people traveling to and from Green Bay to experience all the Packers have to offer. Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, shopping for new windows? Consumer Reports checks out the best in the market when we come back. Welcome back. The return of another Madison Farmers Market this weekend. The 15th annual West Side Community Market kicked off this morning in the UW Health Digestive Center parking lot off University Avenue. Around 40 vendors selling anything from food to art were set up to greet customers this morning. Organizers say they've seen a lot of repeat customers throughout the years, and they're impressed with the event's growth.
Nice to catch up with the faces you've known for, year after year coming back. We've had people who came here first season who are still going strong.
You can stop by the market every Saturday until November. If your windows are drafty, hazy, or maybe the frames are rotting, there's a good chance you need new ones. And that can be an expensive project. The experts at Consumer Reports recently tested replacement windows from big brands to help you choose the right window just in time for summer.
Ray Santana recently replaced all his windows in his home. He used a major brand's window replacement service to help walk him through the process from start to finish. Consumer Reports says choosing and installing replacement windows can be a bit overwhelming for homeowners.
When you're looking at windows, you want to make sure you're getting the right type for the climate and the area in which you live.
That's why Consumer Reports' tests focused on how well vinyl, wood, and composite windows stand up to the elements. First, there's a wind resistance test.
A window could be very tight when it's warm, but when it gets cold, it could actually leak a lot.
Then there's the rain. Each window is showered with 5 gallons of water per square foot per hour while slowly increasing the wind velocity until water leaks anywhere inside the window. The Pella 350 series vinyl window is the only window that rated excellent in all of the performance tests. Consumer Reports' 3-foot by 5-foot basic window costs about $450. There are less expensive options for more temperate areas with less wind and rain. Among them, the $285 Simonton Prism window. And the $300 Yeldwen V2500 series window is a good option for colder region. Bottom line, replacement windows can cut your heating and cooling costs, but don't bank on drastic savings.
A new window may help you save on your gas and electric bills, but it may take decades before you offset the costs of those new windows.
The National Association of Realtors estimates you'd recover nearly 80% of your costs installing new vinyl windows. Coming up, now that the sun is out, it's time to clean up, getting our area ready for all the fun that comes with warm weather.
And speaking of warm weather, temperatures will be close to 80 on Easter Sunday. I'll have more on that, plus what to expect with our rain chances for the beginning of the work week in your First Alert forecast.
Welcome back. Easter might not be until tomorrow, but the Easter Bunny made an appearance at Brittingham Park Playground this afternoon while families and children gathered for the first annual Making the Heart Smile Easter egg hunt. Kids who found golden eggs were entered into a drawing to win an Easter basket. After the hunt, kids could get photos with Benny the Bunny. Its organizers say seeing the smiles makes all the preparation and planning worth it.
It's amazing because it's like not only am I behind the scenes making that happen, but I'm also excited just to have them be happy to see the bunny and take pictures and get excited about the Easter egg hunt.
McNeil says she plans on organizing the egg hunt again next year after seeing how successful this year's hunt was. The beautiful spring weather was a great opportunity for people to get out and clean up the Madison area. Members of the organization Friends of Starkweather Creek volunteered to clean up the area as a way to celebrate Earth Week, something they do every year. Organizers say it's important to keep our natural resources in check.
Well, when you go up on the creek in the canoe here, it's kind of interesting because you'll feel like you're up north somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and it's just a beautiful experience, and it's a lot more beautiful when you don't see trash.
About 50 to 60 people helped out today. Several Madisonians spent their afternoon doing a good deed Wisconsin style. The inaugural Dipple Drunk in Public Picking Up Litter event drew several beer drinkers eager to pick up trash along the streets and sidewalks of Madison's east side. Dipplers started their afternoon with a barbecue and then canvassed the Tenny Lapham neighborhood, picking up trash and stopping at bars. Founder Mike Park says a dipple is similar to a bar crawl, but trash gets picked up along the way.
You're having a beer, so it kind of invites people who otherwise wouldn't go to volunteer because maybe they've only got so much time per week to go and have a beer and be out with friends. So instead they come out and have a beer and pick up trash and do something good.
If you're interested in hosting a dipple in your neighborhood, we have details on our website, channel3000.com. Well, Dave, it was a pretty nice day out there to pick up trash and to have a beer.
Yeah, really any plans that you had outside were fantastic today because temperatures got into the upper 60s with plenty of sunshine. The clouds staying to our east. That low pressure system affecting much of the northeast right now. But for us, closer to Chicago and Madison, we have been looking at clear skies throughout and nothing really showing up on radar either. Doppler track is quiet with some showers to the north. I think these showers tomorrow will stay to our north as well before we do get those shower and thunderstorm chances to come back closer to Madison on Monday. And that's good news. We want to prolong the rain as much as possible to try and get this river flooding that is affecting portions of southern Wisconsin under control. We know the Wisconsin River is in major flood stage. Also the Mississippi, especially closer to Dubuque and Platteville, also in major flood stage right now. So hopefully we get a couple more dry days to help out that situation as much as possible. And today was a dry day. It was a beautiful day, and it still is beautiful outside with plenty of sunshine. Today's high 67 in Madison, about 8 to 10 degrees above normal for this time of year. Now our lows this morning actually made a little bit of news because we were below the freezing mark in Madison. So we went from 28 to 67, almost a 40-degree temperature jump across Madison today. And I don't have a low temperature below 32 degrees on my 10-day forecast. So we could be talking about the first last freeze of the season, potentially. We'll see what happens as we get into early May. Typically, our average last freeze is May 15th. High temperatures today in the upper 60s and lower 70s, and that's kind of where the thermometer readings are right now as well. For Easter, it's just going to be excellent outside, that's for sure. Starting off in the mid-40s for morning service, then by our midday meal, maybe brunches in your future. Temperatures in the upper 60s, highs in the upper 70s. Some of us could touch 80 degrees. If we do hit 80 in Madison, it'd be the first time since last October, so more than 6 months. Typically our first 80-degree day in Madison is May 5th, so we'd definitely be ahead of schedule in that regard. But we'll see. We'll deal with the upper 70s. We'll definitely take that if that's all that does happen. So warm front helps really kick our temperatures up into the stratosphere tomorrow into the upper 70s. Then low pressure sets up to our north and west brings in the chance of some rain showers and thunderstorms later on Monday into Tuesday. Hopefully we can avoid the heavy rain with that system. So let's take a look at your forecast for tonight. We're in the upper 40s, mostly clear and mild as we head into tomorrow. Upper 70s, partly sunny and very mild outside. Temperatures are in the low 70s for Monday with a chance of showers and storms. Tuesday, we're in the low 60s. A couple more showers and storms could come our way. Partly sunny skies return Wednesday and Thursday, with those highs staying in the 60s.
A lot of sunshine there.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Dave. The Bucs are in Detroit, hoping being on the road is a lot like being at home. That story coming up in sports.
We're still waiting to see if Blake Griffin will be able to play for the Pistons against the Bucks in Game 3 of their playoff series in Detroit tonight. Griffin's been out with a sore knee, but he is warming up, so it's looking like he might be in there for the game. The Bucks have had 2 impressive wins in the first 2 games of the series, and as the top overall seed, you'd expect they'd be able to defend their home court. Now let's see if they can keep that up on the road with games tonight and Monday night in Detroit. Seems like the Bucks know the formula to do that.
Play together. That's all you can do, especially on the road. Each possession matters. But most importantly, you got to stick together, play together, and have fun out there.
Whether you're at home or on the road, I don't think we change very much. We always start with our defense. We want to be good there. Our core principles, play with each other. Know that there may be some adversity on the road. You got to stay together even more. Just kind of keep your cool and do what you've been doing all year.
The Brewers have just started their game with the Los Angeles Dodgers at Miller Park. Chase Anderson is making a spot start for the Brewers, who are trying to get their pitching rotation in order after a few bumpy outings. Now, they had a bit of a surprising loss last night to the Brewers as Josh Hader was pitching in a 2-2 game in the 8th when the Dodgers' Kike Hernandez touched him for a 3-run homer that won the game. Final score was 5-3 Dodgers. That was the first time in his major league career that Josh Hader gave up a home run when the ball strike count was 0-2. This afternoon at Wrigley Field, the Arizona Diamondbacks cooled off the Cubs a bit. The Diamondbacks got to Yu Darvish for 3 runs in 5 innings. Zach Greinke shut down the Cubs offense. Final at Wrigley is Arizona 6 and the Cubs nothing. The Badger football team has 3 more practices next week, then that's the end of spring. Most everyone has been wondering about the progress of freshman quarterback Graham Mertz. Mertz certainly looks the part. He's 6'3", 216 pounds. He can really zip the ball, too. He threw 51 touchdown passes his senior year in high school in Kansas, but we're not in Kansas anymore. Mertz says there's been a learning curve as an early enrollee at the University of Wisconsin.
Definitely the mental game, because it's like you got to have an answer for every coverage, every play. So that's definitely the biggest thing, but it's been a great spring ball, and it's just been a great progress. It's a clean slate. It's college ball now, so none of that stuff matters. It's just about winning now.
When you walk around campus, do people already know who you are? Like,
yeah, but I just try to be a normal guy. Like, you see someone walking around, they say hi to you, so you just got to – I try not to be the guy who'll be like, no, I'm not going to talk to you. So I just try to be nice to everyone. My mom raised me to be a good egg, so I just try to be that around campus.
And the Badger softball team plays Indiana again this afternoon. Looked like it would be smooth sailing when Stephanie Lombardo hit this 2-run homer to give the Badgers an early 2-0 lead, but Indiana would tie it, and they didn't decide it until the 13th inning. That's when Wisconsin loads the bases, and Lauren Foster gets the game-winning hit. Took over 4 hours, but the final score in 13, Wisconsin 4, Indiana 3. Final game of the series is tomorrow at 1 at Goodman Diamond. Group hug.
In 13.
Well, if you're going to spend 4 hours outside watching a softball game, you better have a day like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they could have gone 14 or 15, honestly, with how nice this weather has been today. Temperatures in the upper 60s and low 70s for highs. Plenty of that sunshine, and we still have plenty of blue skies in Platteville on our Queen Bee Radio Skycam. Temperatures right now are still in the mid to upper 60s generally across the area, so a pleasant evening on the way. And we're milder overnight. Here's our egg hunt forecast. By the time we get to tomorrow morning, starting off in the mid to upper 40s, then we're near 70 by maybe brunch festivities, your midday meal. For the afternoon egg hunts, highs in the upper 70s with partly sunny skies. We're in the low 70s with a chance of showers and storms on Monday. A few showers and storms could stick around into early portions of Tuesday. We lose the rain chances for Wednesday, and for Thursday, highs will be in the 60s with partly sunny skies. But then those April showers and thunderstorms, they set back up again as we get into next weekend, with temperatures staying relatively warm, though. I don't have a low temperature anywhere near 32 degrees, so that's significant as we head into the end of this month.
Some good news. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.